Cool. I'm gonna have to start doing that. That's cool. All right, I like this. Well, let's see. Hold on. It should be popping up soon. Yeah. Hello. There it goes. I'm getting raise the noise. There we go. All right. Hope it updates the game. Cool. Oh shit, load up. Oh, what's a tune for this before I fuck up again? Yeah, I stopped the stream to see quality check, and it looks really good in 1440p. Where is... Oh. I forgot where you share the link to it. All right. I need to figure out bit rate for 1440p. I'm not sure what it'd be. Hmm. Yeah, I figure out the bit rate for 1440p. I'm not sure off the top of my head. But quality-wise, this looks really good. Oh, nice, cool. So no buffering or anything like that. Nice, cool. Yeah, I don't get why they restrict quality so much on Twitch. I mean, Twitch has the bigger audience, right? Like, you're not going to get as big of an audience on YouTube unless you're like a big name. But, I don't know. As someone who's not really a hardcore streamer, this is a good solution, I guess. I care more about quality of like capturing stuff as I'm playing rather than audience and stuff like that. Plus, you got like the clips for YouTube, right? So you can make clips, and if you're serious about it, get ad revenue from YouTube. Oh, is clips like the new Twitch thing, or? I know they had like that huge issue back when what was it DMCA or whatever it is, where people had to like delete their whole library because of it. Oh, this dude's hair is crazy. Oh, okay. Yeah, earlier when I was testing the stream on here, when you end it, you can create highlights, I think it is, with their like editor. But it'd be interesting to see what clips. I guess. Oh, for people to make clips of your stream. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I think, I don't know, I watched a video the other day of someone explaining how they think Twitch is eventually going to die because of the rise of streaming. And that YouTube most likely will be the platform to like stream on, just because of it's being established already. But it definitely, like YouTube and Facebook have a lot to work on when it comes to their live streaming platform to get it to where it is on Twitch. But I don't think Twitch is going to die because it has the backing of Amazon. So they could literally just print money and put it in here. Yeah, I'm gonna try other games on this resolution too to see how good it looks, like Cyberpunk. Yeah, I mean they try. I mean, do they still have YouTube Gaming as like their streaming site? Because I know that used to be a thing. I don't know if it is anymore. And it is a little like crazy to like get to the live stream part of YouTube. But apparently, I don't know if you become... Yeah, exactly. It gets a little confusing. Like when I was looking through it, it's like something that I thought was live was actually just a video. So yeah, I think that's totally true. And I know if you become a partner, I don't know if you get this automatically, but you can set your like tier prices on YouTube. So like tier 1, you can set like as low as like 99 cents, which is pretty crazy. I think you have a lot more customization when it comes to your account on YouTube than you do on Twitch. I'm not sure how to become a partner on YouTube like you do on Twitch. When it comes to revenue, I don't know what the split when it comes to YouTube to the streamer. I know Twitch, depending on your contract, I know there's like one that's 70-30, another one that's like 40-60, I think. And I heard that Microsoft is actually doing some stuff. I know it's mostly for developers, but I wonder if they bring it into live streaming as well. Which, I don't know, because who was Microsoft's live stream platform that failed and closed? Mixer, that's it. I know Microsoft said that when it comes to developers that they are not going to take any cut for selling on their platform, which is a pretty big deal. Okay. Yeah. Now, is that the same split on YouTube, or is that just Twitch? Okay. Yeah, it'll be interesting. I wonder, like, so back to Final Fantasy. I wonder if the surge of people playing Final Fantasy will last, or is it just a fad and it'll go back down to its like regular viewership? I know 9.1 for a while, like, fucked it up even more with the new, I think it's called Domination socket system. That apparently people had to redo their legendaries. That takes like, I don't know if it takes months, but it takes a long time to do. And Blizzard was like, yep, nope, you have to redo that if you want max, high, was it like high level or max to what you need? So people are pissed. Yeah. And then just looking at their content and like the levels and stuff like that, it's a lot more like rehash. It's not as unique as it used to be. Like, I remember when WoW came out like a new zone or whatever, it was like crazy, like looked different and nothing looked recycled, but this patch, it just looks like recycled content, which sucks. But yeah, some big streamers are playing well now and actually getting more views playing Final Fantasy than they did WoW. Was it Ann something has gotten like, and then what's his name? The old school WoW, Callie. he started playing Final Fantasy and he gets more viewers on Final Fantasy than he does his WoW streams, which is crazy. Yeah, I kind of agreed with what's his name? He does like the WoW news. Asmon always reacts to him. I forget. But he told, like, when Asmon announced that he was going to stream, he told him that not to stream A Realm Reborn just because content-wise it's not the greatest, and it's also like not very exciting. It's a lot of build-up of the world, which I agree with. Like, it sucks that A Realm Reborn is like the gate to start the good stuff, I guess. And a lot of people that I've recommended the game to quit during A Realm Reborn just because it was such a slog to get through. And I totally understand, but the game gets so much better after that. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how long he keeps up with it. I'm hoping, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I think, I don't know if he'll get there before Endwalker. But, I mean, I think just alone, like the mounts, because he likes collecting mount stuff like that, I think that will interest him. I saw the video of him going through all the mounts in Final Fantasy, and he liked a lot of them. So I think that will keep his interest. And then just the fashion part of it, he's like a huge fashion person with him the most. I think like if he does his contest he does in WoW and Final Fantasy, I think also will kind of keep him in. But it's interesting, like his audience like doesn't like Final Fantasy and calls it a weeb game, which I think just using the term weeb now is like not how you should be using it. So it'll be interesting to see if his audience kind of convince him to stop playing it because of that. Yeah, his audience is a bunch of idiots. Yeah, which is stupid. Like, weeb, from what I remember, it was basically someone who was overly indulged into Japanese culture, so like too much, like it was an issue kind of a thing. Now, like you said, anything that's like not in the U.S. is a weeb thing, which is so stupid. And it has a negative connotation to it too, which is stupid as hell. We'll see. I'm interested in Lost Ark. As long as it doesn't come out like too heavy pay to win. We'll see. Yeah, and it's almost like borderline xenophobic, to be honest, like the way they're using it, which is just sad. Like, I don't know. And people just do it because it's like a thing, right? It's popular to say that, oh, this is weebish. And it just sounds like you're in high school all over again, which is probably most of his viewers are in high school, so it makes sense, but it's still stupid. And that influences like what he wants to try, or lets it influence what he wants to try. And there's this whole thought that WoW like can't be overthrown, or like there's no better game than WoW. I mean, there could be two good games. Like you can enjoy WoW and Final Fantasy or some other MMO. It's not like you have to play WoW all the time. Yeah, I don't have too much hype or hope for the upcoming MMOs. Like, I think Crowfall is going to fail just based on what I've seen. I know you played, I remember, like, I don't know, when you streamed the beta or alpha, I think that was like, what, 2-3 years ago or something like that? And it was just like, I don't know. There's not enough there to me that will keep me hooked, I guess. I don't know. It really depends on the PvP for Crowfall. And then Ashes of Creation just feels like it's like the what was that? What's that space game that's still like not finished, but has raised so much money? Star Citizen. Ashes of Creation like feels like the Star Citizen of MMO. So it'd be interesting to see if Ashes of Creation ever comes to be a thing. And it definitely like it's gonna be a letdown because there's so much hype behind it, so like people are already signing up for it to fail because they're hyping it up way too much. People need to set their expectations, like they need to adjust it, because they ruin the games when they make it seem like it's going to be the greatest thing in the whole world. And in New World, I don't know. I played the alpha for New World, and it was interesting. Like I think you'll have, like, I don't know, I haven't played since all the changes, but you definitely will need a group of people to enjoy that game and really be into PvP to enjoy it, which if you have the group of people and like that, I think it'd be a fun game, to be honest, but I don't think it'll last. I think it's one of those games that would be fun for 2 to 3 months, but then just kind of drop out unless they continually update it. I know they added some PvE stuff, so it'd be interesting to see like what that PvE stuff is, and if they constantly support and add new PvE, because that's what's gonna like make the game interesting in the long run is coming out with PvE content. Because the PvP is gonna be the same. It's gonna be like Guild Wars 2, right? Where you go in World vs. World, you do the same fucking thing every night. But it's still fun. I mean, it was fun. I don't play Guild Wars 2 anymore, but it was fun. So there's like, so the PvP is there. That's good as long as it's good. But the thing that's gonna make it last the longest is if you continue adding PvE stuff to it. I'm sad the new Lord of the Rings MMO got canceled. I was pretty hyped for that, actually. Yeah, it's interesting. Like I know, what was it? New World had it where it was very hardcore PvP, and then they got some backlash. I don't know. I like the idea of like full loop PvP, like old school Shadowbane and stuff like that was fun. It was fun because of the stress of possibly losing all your gear, and just it was very rewarding to kill someone knowing that they lost all their gear. It just felt great. So I don't mind it, and I don't get why people. I don't know if you have an option to like appease both the people who don't enjoy that and do, I think that would have been the best route. But they just went to the far extreme and just like made the PvP more, I don't know, friendly, I guess. And even like PvD, like I remember Final Fantasy XI where you died, you lost shitload of XP and could de-level. And all your gear you couldn't put on because you were not at the right level. Like, it sucked, yeah, but it also just, I don't know, it made everything more interesting. What am I supposed to do? I mean, Final Fantasy PvP is god awful, but it's interesting how, even though it has like god awful PvP, it's still popular. So it makes you wonder if the audience of MMOs now are kind of going away from PvP and focus more just on PvE. I mean, I don't mind PvE. PvP usually tends a more toxic attitude, I guess, which I was a part of, like in Guild Wars 2. But with PvE, I mean, there's still toxic mentality in PvE for like making sure you're doing your rotation and stuff like that. But I don't feel like it's as much. I do miss like World vs. World, like at the beginning of Guild Wars 2. Like that was probably some of the most fun I've ever had in MMO, was doing World vs. World and GVGs for the first time and just kind of learning the meta and doing the best that we could. That was definitely a fun time. Yeah, I mean, when it comes to PvP, I'd rather, so the one thing I do like about Final Fantasy PvP is that it's not gear-based. It's all skill level. Everyone, like, it's all skill-based. And I think that makes sense. And I think you can add progression to PvP, so if that's in terms of, like Guild Wars 2 World vs. World, when it's capturing a keep, or, but I wish Guild Wars 2 did a little more than you just, turned over a keep. And that was it. Like, it'd be cool, like, if you could keep that keep, and then very much like how Ashes of Creation is kind of promoting their node system, where you capture something and then it evolves over time, and more than just like upgrading walls or adding arrow cards. So like you can it's almost like a little village where you can get crafting nodes, and it'd be cool like if quests open up specific for that. I know what was it, Aeon, I think. And also World of Warcraft back in Wrath of the Lich King, where you had the whole PvP thing, and if you took over that, I'm trying to think what it was in WoW. It was Halls of something, or I forget. It was the open world PvP area in the Wrath of the Lich King, where once your faction took it, it opened up the raid. So that stuff's pretty cool, and I think would help a lot with PvP. And then making it where gear isn't a thing in PvP, I think makes the most sense. And it's just skill based. And the progression for gear should come from PvE, I think. And I imagine it'd be easier for balancing if you took the gear out of PvP and just focused on the core class itself, rather than have to worry about all these factors of adding all different types of stats to it.
Are they Imperials?
Worse. Skulls. Listen, Lise. Whatever happens, stay hidden and do not intervene. Understood?
What?
You there! Halt! You know you should...
Forgive me, sir. I came to deliver the tributum.
Oh, aye. A likely story. Only a fool...
No, you've got it all wrong. I was waylaid by bandits. It's not my fault.
I said halt!
Bam. Knock the fuck out.
Is this a joke? You don't seriously expect us to believe this is a fifth?
It is, I swear, on my mother's life.
Spare us. You came late, you lied about bandits, and then you tried to cheat the Empire of its
Greg, are
due.
you off today?
Think you can kill them all? Including the ones watching from the tower? Even if you did, others would come for him and his family. You'd be condemning them all to a life of hard labor. Assuming they didn't just execute them, that is.
But it isn't fair.
It's your bloody fault we're stuck out here patrolling this godforsaken wasteland. It's your fault I have to listen to people go on and on about... I've worked and toiled harder than any man. I'm a citizen, goddammit. And what are you? A stupid, stubborn little dog who'd sooner bite the hand that feeds him and pine...
That's enough! Lord Xenos is expecting our report.
It'll be interesting to see what they do with Xenos and Fandaniel.
I bet the poor bastard can't believe his luck. He gets to...
What they did with Elidibus and who was the Ascian before him? I forget. They were so good, like good like you actually felt bad for them, which I think makes a great villain when you have to question your own mortality because you feel bad for the villain, or like the whole concept of the villain is only the villain because of the circumstances. If it was swapped around, they would be the hero. I find that more interesting than just like a cartoonish villain, very much like Fandaniel and Xenos is. I don't know. Having some kind of connection with the villain, I think, is always better. Because it makes you question, like, are they really bad, or are they just doing what they're trying to do in that situation? Yeah, at the end of Shadowbringers with Elidibus, like at the end fight after the cutscene, oof, that was emotional. Let's show this. But yeah, Fandaniel just feels like a over-the-top villain. I don't know. Hopefully he dies like early in the Endwalker game. And we just get rid of him. Fandaniel is, so the Assassins have like different tiers of importance, I guess. And so like Elidibus and Assassins before that were kind of like this group of ones that had like the whole wanting to bring back the Source and Zodiark. And then Fandaniel is like, I guess like a lesser Assassин. And they really didn't care much about that. They only did it because they were like under the control of the higher Assassins. So now that they're all dead, the higher Assassins, Fandaniel basically can do whatever he wants, and he just wants to kill everything, basically. Is what he wants to do. But yeah. I'm interested. So apparently the reason why I'm replaying the main story is because just trying to pick up on some story plots that I totally missed from either rushing through to get to end content or just don't remember. Because apparently, like, there's a, I don't know if it's official or it's a theory, but the Warrior of Light is an Ascian, which totally flew by my head. Like, I didn't realize that until I saw a conversation about it. So I'm just trying to revisit and pick stuff up before Endwalker comes out. I kind of wish we saw, what was it, Garlemald? I don't know if that's what the city's called, but the capital. I wish we saw it before it was like destroyed. So I think in Endwalker, we're gonna go to it, but it's gonna be like ruins and on fire. Because the cutscenes we saw of it were pretty cool. It'll be interesting where they take the story after the Zodiark and Hydaelyn arc is complete. I have no idea. I mean, what they would do. I wonder if we would go to another world, like the first, or what? I know the first raid in Endwalker, like they've been doing themes, so. The last one was Nier theme, and before that was Final Fantasy XII with, I want to say Xanarkin. Why do I want to say Xanarkin? I don't know. But Final Fantasy XII theme. And this next one, the one for Endwalker, is going to be like completely like original history of the game. So the Hydaelyn and Zodiark saga, so basically from A Realm Reborn all the way up to Endwalker, has been around the story of the conflict between Hydaelyn and Zodiark. So Zodiark being like, quote unquote, dark entity, or actually it's a primal. So Zodiark and Hydaelyn are like the first primals, and so Hydaelyn being like the light, Zodiark being the darkness, and the Ascians are the ones that summon Zodiark. And then some of the Ascians didn't like the fact of Zodiark, so they summoned Hydaelyn, and then Hydaelyn imprisoned Zodiark. And when that happened, that's where like the end of time came, when that dungeon in Shadowbringers with the city falling in the fire, and then the source broke into different shards. And so we have the shard that where the game is based in, and then you have the first, and I think there's 12 total, I think. One was engulfed by darkness and became a void. So I know one's gone, and then the first almost became a void of light, but That was the whole Shadowbringer story of stopping that. So the whole Ascian conflict and A Realm Reborn all the way to Endwalker is kind of like the arc of the story for that. So they're basically going to wrap that up, and then start like a new arc, basically. Which is really like the first time an MMO has done this. Like most MMOs have just continued the same story over and over. Like there was no like, and Final Fantasy has been doing it, like how they do like the cutscenes for like each expansion. So people treat them as gods, but they're actually, we found out in Shadowbringers that they're actually the first primals. So there's the whole theory of like the people who are gifted through Hydaelyn, who have the gift, so like the Warrior of Light, Minfilia, have been thralls of Hydaelyn. So you know like how in the Beast Tribes, how the primals kind of like made slaves of the beast and became mindless. So basically that's what Hydaelyn has done for like the gifted, and same with Zodiark. So they're primals, but they were treated as gods. But I don't know, like at the end, are we gonna face Hydaelyn and Zodiark? Like I don't know what that's gonna be like. Or yeah, I don't know. It'd be interesting. It'd be really cool if like we had to go against Hydaelyn because they are a primal, and the world would not change if both of them or one of them are still like active. So that'd be pretty interesting if we go against Hydaelyn. But I know like the whole moon thing. And then Walker is supposed to have like answers about Hydaelyn and like who we are as an Ascian, I guess. I don't know. Like some of the things I picked up since I started replaying was so Heaven's Ward, the old Charlian town. I realized that those are the same people that were going to an Endwalker, and Ishtola and the twins are originally from that town. But then there was like they asked people to come back to the Charlian Island and it became ruins, and what you see in Heaven's Ward. And so just small stuff like that has been pretty interesting, especially like knowledge of knowing certain things about Shadowbringers. And actually they've like hinted at Shadowbringer throughout Heaven's Ward as well, which is cool. Like I like how there's been a buildup of stuff way before the expansion was even announced. Of course, like the Warriors of Darkness you fight in the post Heaven's Ward are the same heroes from the first. And then like how Crystal Tower raid with what's his name, the cat boy who's a Scion now. Yeah, Grod T. Yeah. So it's just cool, like learning the stuff of stuff I missed on the first playthrough. I would say Stormblood's probably my least favorite out of all of them. It's still better than Realm Reborn, but I don't know. Heavensward and Shadowbringers are my two favorite. It'll be interesting to see the bunny boys in Endwalker. I may have to change my race. Become a K-pop band member. It's interesting how the fans are split on that. The whole what's their race name? I should know this. The bunny boys, like how they're split. Some people are like really happy about it. Some people are really pissed. Yeah, I think people are pissed because they're saying it wasn't part of the lore. It's very much like how people got pissed off about the Pandaria in WoW, because it wasn't like part of the official lore or whatever, but who cares? I mean, it just goes to show how much the development team cares about the community, because when they released the 2 new races for Shadowbringers, Yoshi P said that was it, and they weren't going to add any more. But then I guess there was like a huge outcry to make a male, Vieira, that's it, a male Vieira, and they listened and decided that, hey, and the development team was like, hey, we'll work on this when we don't have other work to do, so we can like make the community happy. So just, I don't know, just the act of that is like really good. And that's like the difference between Final Fantasy and WoW, right? WoW's dev team, or I don't know if it's the dev team or leadership, but their mentality towards fans, the fans don't know what they're talking about, and they don't really listen to them. Where in Final Fantasy, Square really like embraces the community and really does take in their feedback. Yeah, because of Activision in the business, for sure. Which sucks, because, yeah, they're caring more about metrics than the actual content, and what they don't understand is that the content is what increases the metrics. If the content's interesting, then it will automatically increase the metrics. So you shouldn't have to worry about metrics if you make good content. But for some reason, I mean, it's definitely pressure from above, for sure. And that's why you kind of saw like a mass exodus out of Blizzard, because I could imagine it's very annoying to have to deal with that. And I get that finances is like a big deal. I mean, it makes a company stay afloat, right? But Activision Blizzard are not, like, they make a shitload of money. They're not, they don't have to worry about money anytime soon. So, I don't know. What is this side quest? Yeah, I think like what the CEO of Activision Blizzard was like the highest paid CEO. Period. I know they renegotiated his contract to where they reduced his salary by like 50%, but then they added the whole like sales thing to where he'll make a percentage based on numbers, and so he could technically make twice as much as he did before. So, but yeah. Sightseeing, okay. It's interesting to see, like, I don't know, like Blizzard kind of fell after Activision bought it. You look at CD Projekt after Cyberpunk. You look at, I'm trying to think what else. BioWare after, who bought? Was it EA that bought BioWare? I don't know. Yeah, just seeing the fall of them. Like BioWare used to make the best RPGs ever, and it just sucks to what they are now. And then Blizzard, of course, was like really good, and then just Activision killed them. So I mean, Square definitely has its issues. Like, Square is not a perfect company. I mean, they have their issues, and they release some shitty-ass games. But I think, like, when it comes to the other ones, they're not as bad. I think it's also, like, the cultural difference mindset as well, too. The Japanese culture really care about quality because of the representation of who they are. And their pride is a lot more, where American companies will sell their pride for the right price tag. So all right, I'm going to take a break. Thanks for sitting around and chatting with me, Gregor. I appreciate it. I'll talk to you later.